Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a skill that's become essential in our daily lives: texting. Are you ever guilty of sending those one-word replies like okay, LOL, or just a thumbs up emoji? We've all been there. But what if I told you that with a few simple tweaks, you could transform your texts from dull and forgettable into engaging, memorable conversations? That's right, we're going from dull to dazzling. Whether you're trying to make a new friend, impress a date, or just have better chats with your family, mastering the art of texting can make all the difference. Stick around, because I'm about to share some game-changing tips that will make you a texting pro. First up, let's talk about the dreaded one-word answer. It's the ultimate conversation killer. When someone asks you, "How was your day?" and you just reply, "Good," you're essentially putting up a brick wall. Instead, try adding a little detail. "It was great. I finally finished that big project at work, and I'm so relieved." Or, "Pretty busy, but I managed to squeeze in a walk, and the weather was amazing." See the difference? You're giving the other person something to work with, a hook they can grab onto to continue the conversation. They can ask about your project or talk about the weather where they are. It's about opening doors, not closing them. So, rule number 1, always try to add a little something extra. Next, let's talk about the power of questions. A great conversation is a two-way street, and the best way to keep traffic flowing is by asking open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good weekend?" try something like, "What was the best part of your weekend?" This prompts a more detailed and personal response. It shows you're genuinely interested in their life and their experiences. Other examples are, "What are you most excited about this week?" Or, "If you could travel anywhere right now, where would you go and why?" Questions like these invite stories and opinions, making the chat so much more dynamic and fun. Now let's bring in the fun: emojis, GIFs, and memes. Used correctly, these can add a whole layer of personality and emotion to your texts that plain words sometimes can't convey. A crying laughing emoji can show you genuinely found something hilarious, way better than just typing haha. Sending a funny, relatable meme can create an instant connection and an inside joke. A GIF of a dancing cat can express your excitement better than just saying, "I am excited." But here's a key tip: don't overdo it. A message that's just a string of 10 random emojis can be confusing. The goal is to enhance your message, not replace it. Use them to add flavor and context, like a little digital spice. Think of them as the body language of your texts. Another powerful technique is mirroring. This doesn't mean copying everything the other person says. It's more subtle. It's about matching their energy and style. If they're sending you long, detailed paragraphs, try to respond with a similar length. If they're using a lot of emojis and exclamation points, feel free to be a bit more expressive yourself. If they're more direct and to the point, maybe hold back on the sea of GIFs. This creates a sense of rapport and makes the other person feel comfortable, like you're both on the same wavelength. It's a subconscious signal that you're in sync, which is a fantastic foundation for any great conversation, text or otherwise. Let's tackle timing. In our instant gratification world, there's a lot of pressure to reply immediately. But sometimes, the best thing you can do is wait. If you're busy, or if you get a message that requires a thoughtful response, it's okay to take a minute. Firing back a rushed, poorly thought-out reply is worse than waiting a bit to send something meaningful. On the flip side, don't play games and wait 3 hours to reply just for the sake of it. That can come across as disinterested. The key is balance. Be respectful of their time, but also give yourself the space to craft a good response. A simple, "Hey, I'm a bit tied up right now, but I'll get back to you in a bit," is a perfect way to manage expectations. Now for a pro tip: use their name. It's such a simple thing, but it can make a huge impact. Dropping their name into the conversation occasionally makes it feel much more personal and direct. Instead of, "That's so cool," try, "That's so cool, Sarah." It shows you're focused on them as an individual. It's a classic communication trick that works just as well over text as it does in person. It creates a little spark of connection and makes the other person feel seen and valued. Don't overdo it and use their name in every single message, but sprinkling it in here and there is a really nice touch. Humor is your secret weapon. Being able to make someone laugh or even just smile through a text is a superpower. Share a funny story about your day, send a witty observation, or use a bit of playful self-deprecation. Laughter is a universal connector. If you see a funny sign on your way home, snap a picture and send it with the caption, "The universe is trying to tell me something." It's spontaneous, personal, and much more engaging than, "How's your evening?" This shows off your personality and makes you a fun person to talk to. People are naturally drawn to those who can bring a little light and laughter into their day. Let's talk about a practical but often overlooked aspect: text size and accessibility. It might not seem like a conversation tip, but it's about being considerate. If you know the person you're texting with has visual impairments or simply prefers larger text, it's a good idea to know how to adjust your font size. On most phones, you can do this easily in your settings. For iPhone, go to Settings, then Accessibility, then Display and Text Size, and you can adjust the text to be larger and bolder. On Android, it's usually under Settings, then Display, then Font Size and Style. Sending a message that's easy for them to read is a small act of kindness that shows you care about their comfort. It's a subtle way of being a more thoughtful and effective communicator. Another great strategy is to share things that remind you of them. Did you walk past a coffee shop you know they love? Send a text saying, "Just passed by that coffee place you like and thought of you. Hope you're having a good day." Did a song come on the radio that you two talked about? Let them know. This is a fantastic way to show someone they're on your mind without needing a big reason to start a conversation. It's a warm, low-pressure way to reconnect and strengthen your bond. It makes the other person feel special and remembered, and it keeps the connection alive even when you're not in the middle of a deep chat. Finally, know when to end the conversation. Not every text exchange needs to go on forever. Sometimes, conversations naturally reach a stopping point. Trying to force it to continue can make things awkward. If the replies are getting shorter and taking longer, it might be a sign to wrap it up. You can end it gracefully with something like, "All right, I'm about to start making dinner, but it was great chatting with you." Or, "I'll let you get back to your day. Talk to you later." This ends the conversation on a positive note and leaves the door open for the next one. A good ending is just as important as a good beginning. From avoiding one-word answers and asking open-ended questions, to using emojis and humor, and even being mindful of text size. These aren't complicated rules. They're just small shifts in mindset that can have a huge impact. Texting is a form of communication, and like any form, it's a skill you can improve. Practice these tips and watch your text conversations transform from dull to dazzling. You'll build stronger connections and have way more fun doing it. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content on communication and building better relationships. What's your #1 texting pet peeve? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. What's your go-to tip for having a great text conversation? Share it with the community. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.